Afternoon, everybody. I'm here in the kitchen fixing to show you how I set up for my bluegill fishing in the backyard. Before I do, we're going to pray in the way Jesus taught us to. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Amen. Okay, so I've got a new rod that I'm going to try out. I bought it. I've already tried it once. I love it. It's a Lews, L-E-W-S, 11-foot rear seat crappie rod. And let me see if I can flip this around. It's not letting me flip it around, but I'll pause and I'll show it to you. It is really cool. It was pretty cheap. I bought it at Academy, and I put a Lews reel on it, a 100 series, which is pretty small. And it's just for jigging. And I'll show you what I'm doing. I've been catching not only bluegill, but catfish, largemouth bass. And my favorite in the backyard so far is the Rio Grande cichlid. It's also called the Rio Grande perch. Really pretty, unique panfish, and there's a ton of them down here along the Rio Grande River, and they're really fun to catch. They get maybe a pound, but they're pretty hardy little fighters. I think a pound would be a huge one. Most of them are the size of your palm or smaller, but I've seen some really large ones. Anyway, keep with me. We'll get some fishing here in a minute. Okay, let's try this again. We are going to put the line through the plastic tube, run the line up like that. Now, pull the tube off the string so the tube is free. Pull this tight. So what happens when you pull this tight is it cinches on the line. There you go. That's it. And it will help you not to have this line or the bobber slip up and down. So then you can leave a little tag on it. It helps me see it. And check it, make sure it is kind of holding it there. It's not ever going to be perfect, but you want it to provide some resistance, right? So there we go. We got that on there tight. About as good as I'm going to get it. And then trim it down a little bit. And there you go. Now, when you put the bobber on, this will only go up. It'll stop because there's a small tiny hole in the top of the bobber pin. The line goes through it like that, but it can't get past that thing, all right? It can come up and down. Now, because I don't want it to come all the way down to the jig, I've got to put another one beneath it. So I generally put a different color on the bottom. So we got pink, and you don't have to. You can put any color you want. I got pink because I want to be able to fix the depth. Now this is how they were doing it, or similar to this. Oh, I just messed that one up because I was talking to you guys. Oh, here we go, same color. Well, this is how they were doing it in Louisiana when I went to the Atchafalaya Basin. I was taught that you fish the jigs at a depth. And you peg the depth. So these guys, what they were doing is, they're saying, well, I'm going to start at 1 foot below my bobber. If that's not low enough, I'll go to 1.5 feet. And then I'll go to 2 feet. Because they're fishing real shallow up there. They're fishing up against those big trees in the swamp. And a lot of times, those trees are in very shallow water. So you can't have 4 feet deep jig because you'll just be picking up mud or grass. So this keeps the bobber between the 2 stops. Okay, that's it. Keeps the bobber between the 2 stops. All right. Now, let me clean this out of the way. We're going to put a little itty bit on. And I'm tying it straight to the braid. The color of this water is a little stained. They shouldn't get line shy. But if the fish aren't biting and you think it's because they're seeing your braided line, you can always switch to fluorocarbon. There we go. Okay. 1, 2. Well, I usually only need 2. These aren't heavy fish here, kind of small. There we go. And I got the hook on a little loop. And I'll cut this. Don't want a lot of string down there. Cut the tag end off. Uh-oh, there we go. Now, right now, if I pull it and go like that, then because it's between the 2 bobbers, right? So if I jerk it, it'll go like this, but then it'll sink back down as the water floats up. It'll go between the 2 holes. Now, the top one predicts how deep it'll go, and the bottom one predicts how shallow it'll go. So I'm going to try to set my depth at about 1 foot or to 15 inches, so right in there. So I don't need a whole lot of play up and down. I'm going to keep these 2 yellow ties real close to each other. All right? And then putting the itty bit on is the last step. It's pretty easy. These lures are very, very well made. It's one piece. It's solid. You want to have the belly. So it's the belly. Here's the clear part, and the sparkles are the top part. So you want to have the belly facing down on the hook, like that. So what you do is you put the sparkles down, and oh, my dogs are barking at each other. And you pull the hook through, and you got it set nice and straight on the hook. And that's it. Okay, boys, y'all see that's what I'm going to go catch these fish on. And I hope that helps you catch some fish, especially the kids down here in the Rio Grande Valley where we fish these resacas. You don't need a lot of bait to catch bluegills. You can catch them on artificials. And these little Bobby Garlands work fantastic. In fact, I was at Falcon Lake this weekend with the legend Sixto Garcia, and he told me that he had never seen somebody catch so many bluegill on artificial lures, and I only caught about 10, but they were nice ones. But you know, they were piled up with the crappie, so we were just catching bluegill at the same time, and they were hitting. It was a different color, but that's the lure I was catching them on, in a little different color. Okay, I'll see you in a minute when I go fishing. One last step. I'm taking this bait bucket because I plan on keeping some of these fish. I feed some snakes in my backyard at night, and I'll hopefully get some video of that. And I like to use them to try to catch gar, if I catch gar. But I like to have these kinds of smaller little pliers, because it is such a small hook. It helps me get them out. If I have one that I can't get out, tough mouth. These are what I cut line with, so I take these, baits, bobbers, hooks, bobber stoppers, and scissors and pliers. So I put the scissors in here on the side of the bucket. I put the pliers there on the bucket, so the bucket carries those 2 things. Now, guys, I'm going to show you my top secret tackle box. Don't tell my wife that you can actually use a Ziploc bag to put all your tackle in your pocket as you walk down the street or your backyard, and you don't really need big tackle boxes. Anyway, for the kids in the neighborhood, I hope that helps you. Keep it organized, keep it dry, keep it safe, and there you go. This one's a little bit small, and you guys, your parents might get mad at you if you try to get use all the big good Ziploc bags. So I'm put that in my pocket and head out and get some fishing footage, okay? Okay, guys, I'm down here by the water, and I'm next to a bridge, and I'll try to show you what I'm doing. But you can see my bobber down there, and we're under a shade tree now. It's the summertime, so we're just doing little jerks with the cork. And if it gets a bite, I'll know it just got a nibble. Boom! Oh, I missed him. Oh, what happened there? Let's see here. He did bite it. That was my first drop. There we go. Whatever that was, it bit right away. So I'll see what I'm doing. Try to make sure you can see that. Is I've got this rod, and I'm just doing this. And again, there's only like a foot on there. You can see it down there. Just moving it a little bit, jerking it. Now I did not put any scent on it. That sometimes you put a little scent on it and it works better. But I did not put any scent on it. In this shady water, closer to the edge the better. We'll go around that corner a little bit. Be careful on these boards. Don't want to fall in. Now, I'm trying to get you guys to be able to see this. There's a wall there. So come down this wall, there's usually plenty of fish on it. So let's cast it down the wall. Same thing, we're real shallow. I mean, it may be 3 feet there, 2 or 3 feet, but we're at the 1 foot mark. And we're going to try to bring that bait this way along the wall. See if anything bites. Oh! Hey, ow! Now I'm up in the palm tree with my bait. That was no fun. I missed that one. And nab it. Don't worry. We'll get one. See if I can find the bait up in the tree here. There we go. Oh, I lost my bobber and everything. Well, let me retie. I did bring extras. Remember, I got my tackle box. So let me retie. I'll be right back. Retied. Sorry about that. See if I can get back over here. That took a while. I need to be careful on my hook set, not to remember these are panfish and not just huge bass. So I'll bring it over here so you can see. So you see this bobber stop is up there, but then the cork is falling all the way down to the bait. Well, when you put it in the water, you'll see that that bobber stop, I hope you can see that, is going down through the cork, and the bait eventually ends up at the bottom. And I still have it the same depth, it's just not with a fixed depth cork, which is what I prefer in this real shallow water. These Bobby Garlands are not that expensive. I want to say you can probably spend, I don't know, $10, $15 and get a pack of lures and the hooks. And for a youngster, you know, it'll last a long time if you take care of it. These lures will last. The hooks definitely last, as long as you don't put them in a tree. Now I'm going to make a cast. I'm fishing under a bridge because the bridge has been in the shade all day. And we have really hot weather right now. And I'm too light to get into the middle to get to the other wall like I wanted. There's a Sydney ordinance against fishing up there on top of the bridge, but you can fish on the side. But as you can see, you really got to be careful. Let's see if I get one, guys. I want to keep fishing. There was a bite on the wall. Let me go up here on this concrete slab. Get over here and fish down in that corner because I've caught fish down there. Oh, got one. Okay, I got one of those Rio Grande perch, first drop. I get to show you guys this thing. So it's a pretty neat fish. This one would be too small to eat. One of these days I'll do a catch and cook. But it's a cichlid. I've seen them much bigger than that. But he hit on the first drop. Thank you, buddy. I'd rather get the bluegills. Oh, there were 2 in there. Got another one on the second drop. They're right up there on the wall. Ooh, got him. All right, I'm going to keep you for snake food. You're a little bigger. You're not a game fish, so I can use you as bait or snake food, which is what's going to happen to you. So if you've seen a couple of my videos where I feed the snakes, I have diamondback water snakes here in my backyard close by. How many more Rio Grande perch are right next to that wall? That was pretty quick to catch 2 back-to-back casts. Oop, got a hit. He did not eat it. Slow it down a little bit. Now I have caught small catfish doing this with the jig. So here I'm letting the current just drift with it. And the little waves, we got a little wind blowing under the bridge. Right around there I caught a catfish the other day, but that little jiggle of the surface is making that little light bait jiggle a little bit too. So if there's anything swimming around down there, a little bit of a channel cut in here. Real shallow here, but there's some structure. I mean, maybe a foot deep, so I'm going to really shorten up my jig here. I want to shorten it up to about under a foot deep because I don't want it to get down in the mud. But there's like a dead branch here. It's coming up clean. Now again, remember, because it's such a long pole, you can stay back off the bank. I already kind of got right on top of them there, might have scared them. So the lure, I've seen guys super glue the lure so that it doesn't come off. But again, this is just real shallow fishing. There we go. Ow! Gonna be a lot of them in there biting that thing. Let's see what happens. I'm not hooking them, they might be too small. There we go, that one. Now there's a bluegill. Okay. Remember I told you we were catching bluegill on these little jigs? Well, Bobby Garland is really made for, well, that's a real pretty one too. All right, snake bait. Let me not leave that in. Oh, got another one. I just put my I just threw my rod. I said, I better not leave it. I'm going to catch another bluegill. Now, I don't know if this is a bluegill. Interesting color pattern on this one. I think it is. If somebody knows, please comment, because I'm not sure I know. Oh, and I lost my bait. See the difference in them? That is a long ear. It's got a red ear. I don't know if that's a bluegill or not. All right, into the live well with these guys. Bait bucket. I mean, they are on that little bush. Pretty interesting. You see them there? And there in that, I got 3 fish in there, maybe about 5, and then I'll just fish for fun. I mean, those hit. I just tried to put, I said, oh, I better not leave my rod there because it's going to get hit, and before I could pick it up, it got hit. The same thing, there we go, got another one. Oh, lost him. It's really hard to be this good. No, guys, I'm not a good fisherman. I just figured this out recently, and it is so much fun. There was a kid that used to live where I used to live. I'll give him credit. His name was, let's try to reset it. So can y'all see, I mean, I really only have, from the yellow stop, it's a foot or less deep. And I think I caught 2 here, 2 over there. And these spots are real close to each other now. Look, see that stick up against the wall? Let's see if I can get one from right there. I'm sure there's something there. There should be. Oh, there it is. Big cichlid. Now here's a little bigger one. Now, they really do get to be big. I grew up catching these things. They're a lot of fun. Some people have them on their bucket list. But really colorful. He's big enough to feed to a snake. That won't be a waste. I've been told they're good eating. I have never tried them. And if I catch a big enough one to make it worthwhile, I'll probably eat them. They make really good baits for catfish and gar and such. I mean, they're just a natural forage around here. We also have a lot of tilapia in here. We have a lot of, what else do we have? Tilapia, we have white bass, or sand bass, crappie. But the crappie right now, I mean, there might be one here in this real shallow water, but this time of year, I tend to find crappie under docks near deeper parts of the Resaca. And I'm on a shallow spot here by my house, so they're not going to be here. As much as I'd love it, they're just not going to be here. But I've caught crappie here, plenty. The time to really have fun with them is you shallow troll for them in the winter, when they're away from the shade, out in the middle. So there we go. There should be one right down there. Again, guys, you see I've got this 11-footer, so I can just basically set it right next to the stick I want it. And move it a little bit. And move a little bit more. See if I can coax someone to eat it. Now, I was catching them over here by these branches. Ooh, I missed something there. Made a little swirl on it. Don't know what it was. It was a pretty decent swirl, to tell you the truth. Oh! Let's see here. I'll fix the bait. I may need another bait. So I've caught 5 or 6 fish on one piece of plastic. That's pretty good. I would probably take those baits and use them to catch catfish and stuff. You know, I like getting video of my snakes, or the neighborhood snakes. They're real social. Kind of want to get them to where when I call them, they show up. Come on, buddy. Come on. Give me a little nibble. I know you're there. There was a big one there a second ago. I'd like to catch a crappie for these guys since I enjoy crappie fishing so much. There's a better fish. Oh, another bluegill. Okay, well, I've caught enough for the video. You guys see what I'm doing. For all the kids in the neighborhood, no need to throw a cast net. Get yourself on these bluegill or whatever this is. I don't know if that's a red ear or it's got an orange grip around there and it doesn't quite look like a bluegill. Somebody knows. I'm going to go look it up. If somebody knows, let me know. Okay, guys, there's our catch for today. We have 5 baits in there around 10 o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. I'll try to get some video of the snakes. That'll be a separate video. Y'all take care now. Remember to take time and center yourself every day. Say a little prayer. God bless you.